In defense of political realism and inclusive reform, the case of Tigray. What if the only way to save your people meant shaking hands with your enemy? That's the choice Tigrayan leader Getachew Reda made, and some are calling him a traitor. But what if political realism, not betrayal, is exactly what Tigray needs right now? Hello, I'm Sina, and this is Analytica Today. Today, we're looking at a heated debate coming out of Ethiopia's Tigray region. Some say Getachew Reda sold out Tigrayan cause. Others argue he made a difficult but necessary call to end a devastating war. So what's really happening? Why is a peace deal now being framed as surrender? And what does this tell us about post-war politics in one of Africa's most volatile regions? Let's break it down. The war between Ethiopia's federal government and the Tigray People's Liberation Front, or TPLF, was catastrophic. Tens of thousands killed, millions displaced, famine looming. In late 2022, the Pretoria Agreement brought an official end to the conflict. TPLF spokesperson Getachew Reda was central to that deal. But instead of celebration, some Tigrayans accuse him of capitulation. They say he overstated the Tigray Defense Forces losses to justify concessions. They say he gave too much, too fast, and now his political credibility is under fire. But here's the thing. International observers and humanitarian groups confirm TDF was stretched thin. The region was near collapse. Continuing the war could have meant more mass deaths and the total political collapse of Tigray. Sometimes survival means knowing when to negotiate. Now the battle has moved from the front lines to the airwaves. A recent article circulating in diaspora circles accuses Getachew of being a federal proxy and dismantling Tigray's struggle from within. But let's ask, is it betrayal to question TPLF's legacy? During its 3 decades in power, the TPLF faced real criticisms: centralization of power, human rights violation, marginalization of other regions. These aren't just enemy propaganda, they're documented concerns. So when Getachew calls for internal reform, he's not abandoning Tigray, he's acknowledging the past and trying to modernize the movement that risks alienating its own people if it doesn't evolve. Equating all dissent and anti-Tigrayan sentiment is dangerous. No single party should own an ethnic identity. That path leads to authoritarianism, not resilience. Some critics dream of resurrecting the revolutionary unity of Tigray and Eritrea. But let's be real, under Isaias Afwerki, Eritrea is a dictatorship. Rebuilding alliances with Asmara is more fantasy than strategy. Tigray doesn't need more militarized visions. It needs political pluralism, economic recovery, and new generation of leadership unafraid to ask hard questions. When Getachew supports emerging political parties, it's not sabotage, it's democracy. Calling for reform isn't the same as destroying the TPLF, and resisting nostalgia is not betrayal, it's foresight. So let's flip the question. What's more dangerous to Tigray's future? A leader who negotiates peace under pressure, or a movement that refuses to change even after war nearly destroyed it? This debate isn't just about one man. It's about what kind of political culture Tigray wants after war. One that silences dissent, or one that embraces pluralism, transparency, and reform. Getachew Reda's choice may not be popular with everyone, but calling for institutional change, admitting past mistakes, and trying to prevent another war, that's not cowardice, that's leadership. I'm Sina, and this is Analytica Today. If you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe, and tell us your thoughts below. Let's keep asking hard questions together.